Rebound cans are back.
No.
Yes. And Elisa just told me, and I'm so excited.
Listen, you're holding out on me on this information.
Listen, I found out like 1 second ago. That's why I was late, because she said, did you see that rebound cans are back? I'm like, oh my gosh, 3-day me 2 cases right away.
Listen, don't be buying up all the stock until I get my 30 cases delivered.
No, you're not going to get 30. Let me tell you, my husband drinks like 6 cases a month.
Yep, that's the book.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we're going to have to fight over the cases here, okay? All right, everyone. Welcome to Leadership Thursday. I am Paul Croto, and I'm with Cheryl Morley.
Hi.
All right, we got to get you a new background, Cheryl. This cement wall thing.
It's so cool. Paul, did you know I could actually watch this?
Yeah, I've seen this a couple times. This is pretty miraculous. Like, you thought Cheryl was good. You just didn't know how good she was. Okay. She's able to walk through cement walls. That's how good she is. So great. Yes. All right, Cheryl, guess what we have coming up?
Oh my gosh, I know what we have coming up, actually, and I'm super excited about it. It is graduation.
Super big day. Love graduation day. It really, it's absolutely phenomenal. And what we put together here with these graduations every 90 days is just fantastic. So our big headliner is Shelly Davis, who's actually on the call today.
Come on.
So Shelly, we're just already going to tell you that you're going to be speaking on Saturday the 9th. So start working on that speech now, and please don't let us down, because we're putting all of our marbles in your basket.
Thanks for the heads up.
Hey, at least I didn't call you in the 8th to let you know about the 9th.
True.
Okay, so that is going to happen on the 9th, as I just mentioned. Becca was kind enough to let every country know what time it starts in their country. And Cheryl, for you, that's 12 o'clock Eastern. I know that's already in your Google Calendar. And
you know what it is? I will be at the beach with my family, but I will get on.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah,
that would be good since you're leading the whole thing. Great.
I will be there.
Okay, super. Okay, so now we're going over the third quarter. Cheryl, the third quarter just ended.
Stop it. Where does the time go? I'm like, you guys, wait, is tomorrow October 1st?
Yeah.
Oh no, I have to start my thing.
Listen, I've been texting you every day at 4:45.
I know you have, and it's really annoying. I keep shutting it off. No, it's really good. I'm super glad. And then you sent me that little clip from Steve Harvey that was absolutely awesome.
Yeah, mornings.
Yeah, I love that. That was really, really good.
Yeah. So we'll post that, and we're going to post that in a new place because we're starting a new blog, which we'll tell you about in a moment, tomorrow. That I know Cheryl's very excited to be a contributing author towards.
I really am.
So it's going to be fantastic.
I'm so excited. I need to have a bite of my sandwich.
So the deadline for graduation is the 4th, which is in 4 days. But it's actually happening on the 9th. So what is that link, Becca? Is it hccgraduation.com? Yeah. So to apply for graduation, hccgraduation.com. So if you got anybody in your team that's remotely close to finishing, tell them to hit the pedal, the gas pedal, the one on the left there, and the right, excuse me. Someday I'll get those two figured out. And get this done before the 4th, because we're celebrating them on the 9th. So they got to go to hccgraduation.com by the 4th to fill that out, so we can order their certificate and their t-shirt, which is always a fun thing to get in the mail.
Now I know why you have a driving problem.
Listen, I don't know if I'm hitting the gas or the brake or what's going on here. Cheryl just has one pedal. It's on the right, and just go.
That's true.
All right. So now it's the we did the halftime review, which seems like it was yesterday that we did this. And actually, well, we'll get to that in a moment. But the third quarter coaching business scoreboard. So there's kind of like a link there. You can click on that, takes you to a Google Sheet. You should have already printed that out 3 months ago. But if you didn't, if you lost it, you can print it out now. The whole thing was that each month you were filling out these numbers so that you had July, August, and now that we're finishing September, you just fill in the September column, and then you'd have your third quarter figured out and have to go back 2 months to figure out those numbers, because it's best to do it right at the end of that month.
Yeah, I like that, because then you know what's happening instead of waiting till the end trying to figure out,
yeah,
why did I not reach my goals?
Right. Which has brought me to a realization that this business really is a monthly thing. We'll talk about that in a moment, but you see your end of month volume compared to last month. Did you make the 300 club this month? So a lot of these things that we're doing, their best review is the monthly review, as actually opposed to the weekly review. But it's always great to stop every quarter to look at the last 3 months to see what happened, because it gives you a bigger picture. And then we're going to do a big one at the end of the year. It's our year-end review, which is my favorite. We're also doing the daily dose call on New Year's Eve again, Cheryl.
No, I thought you were going to say something exciting that we're going to be doing in January.
I don't want to give away the big announcement.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I didn't say it then. I like giving people something to look forward to.
Moving on to quarter number 4 sheet. So if you have not been writing in your numbers every month and you're like, wow, that sounds like a super great idea to do that, so I don't have to go back 3 months to figure everything out. You can print out quarter 4 now, so that when October, November, December end, you can put in those numbers straight away. And then the whole thing should work out where you got 4 of these sheets on December 30th when we meet. And we're going to go over all 4 sheets on that day to see how your year went. Super exciting. So if you have any questions on how to fill this sheet out, I put a link there. It said halftime review and adjustments. So actually, I'm going to click on that right now. So if you have your notes open, you can click on that also. And what we did is we went over the first half of 2021 celebration. So I kind of recommend taking this exact model that we did at halftime and redoing it right now, so that you're sitting down with pen and paper in your Notion and writing out, what are my third quarter celebrations? And we're really honing in on just in the last 90 days, not the whole year. We'll do that again on December 30th. And then the challenges you've had for the for the third quarter of 2021, and then what kind of changes you're going to make in the fourth quarter. And it's super important that you come up with changes. That I need to change this, this, and this. And you need 3 of them, and only 3 of them. And that has got to become your sole focus for the next 3 months. That these 3 things are going to change in my business. Whatever it is, I'm going to add more names to my list than I did this year. I'm going to do more health evaluations than I have been doing. Whatever it is that you need to change, get clear on that. So you go and you're clear on what has gone good, what's not going so good, and how you can make this fourth quarter fantastic. And if you don't know the answer to that, we have good news coming up. But Cheryl, let's talk about our celebrations, because it's always great just to talk about us.
Listen, this is amazing. Okay, so we have 3 celebrations.
I know you love celebrations, Cheryl.
That's why I'm reading the celebrations. You can do the challenges, even though we don't have any. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Okay, we do have challenges. Okay, Paul's challenge is me. Other than that, he's doing pretty well. Okay, here we go. We have done 13 Monday Mindset Zooms.
Wow.
13. We have done 13 Thursday Leadership Zooms. So that is totally awesome. And one more. Let's see. Seeing the personal growth from these 2 calls turn into business growth.
Yeah. So Cheryl and I were talking earlier about what were really good in this past quarter. And so we made a change. It was actually, and this is, you don't have to make a change at the end of the quarter. If you see something not working, change it. So I didn't even let July come to make the change. We started at the beginning of June, and we started changing Mondays and Thursdays to where it's about developing people. So we had all these training calls, and there's like 1 billion training calls here at Longevity already. So we're getting out of training and getting into development, because the whole key is to raise people's lids. The only reason your business isn't better than it is now is because of your lid. There's a lid, and the only way to raise that lid is to do the personal growth, to work on your mindset and to work on your leadership. So we put all our eggs in that basket, and it was the best basket in the world to do that. I mean, Cheryl, I know we talk a lot about mindset, and even both of our mindsets have improved dramatically. I Can Sell and Recruit has been an awesome, awesome program to go through.
Yeah, I love it. And I also think it's just so important to have that clarity, right? Because if you don't even know, like if you don't know why you're not as successful as you want to be, I think it is so important to start with your mindset, right? Yes, the leadership lid, but if you don't have the right mindset, then there's no way that you can do the things that you need to do. And I always think about, get your mind right, because that's what my coach said to me every single day that I walked in the gym. And I walked in the gym every single day, and he would say, Cheryl, get your mind right. And I was like, why does he say that every single day? And it's because that was exactly what I had to have to be able to do what I wanted to do. And it's the same way here, right?
Yep.
Get your mind right every single morning. Say that in the mirror.
Absolutely.
Don't say, Cheryl, get your mind right. You can use your own name. Okay,
but Thursday's been absolutely phenomenal. If Mondays wasn't the best thing that happened, Thursdays was.
Yeah.
The whole Power 5 program has been life-changing. So that was super great call on our part to do that. I picked up a ton personally, Cheryl. I know you did too, and we got such amazing feedback from everybody that went through that. And if for some reason you didn't go through that or missed all that, all the links to it will be at the bottom of these notes. So we'll go over that in a second as we recap the whole Thursday leadership thing. And then, yeah, like you said, Cheryl, to see the personal growth in people actually turn into business growth. It's been so exciting. More people have been in the 300 club than ever before. More people rank advancing than ever before. Everything's absolutely heading in the right direction. So, it's not enough to come to Mondays and Thursdays, but to learn something and grab it and take that thing and do it that week, apply it. So hopefully everyone's been doing that. I know it shows. You can tell the people who are and tell the people who aren't. So that has been fantastic. Challenges, Cheryl. I know you don't think we have any challenges, but we have some challenges.
Yes.
So the first challenge we had, now we're just doing challenges, not changes here.
Right.
Challenges, not having a tool. And John Maxwell talked about how important tools are. You got to have a tool. If you go out, even though baseball bat's my favorite weapon, if you go out to a tree and hit the tree with a baseball bat, it's going to take you a really long time to knock that tree down. Actually, you'll never knock it down. But you get a different tool, use an axe or a chainsaw, and the thing's coming down pretty fast. So those are an example of changing a tool. So we spent a lot of time and energy and money on making this 2-minute video, which will be on the instituteofholistichealth.com starting tomorrow. So we have a brand new sales page that will be going up. That's super professional and has that 2-minute video on there. The 2-minute video is also on YouTube, and I'll put in a link to that so you have it handy so you can send people to watch it there as well. But it's a 10. It's the best tool in the world. I think it will become the #1 tool of all time to build a business. So you got to be sharing that video. That is this, as we're here talking about challenges and making changes, I would definitely say the most important thing in your business, and this is straying away from what we've been saying for the past 2 years, is sharing that 2-minute video. But well, Paul, you told me doing health evaluations was the most important thing. Not anymore. Now, don't get me wrong. You still be doing health evaluations.
Tell us
showing
why,
people
Paul.
the video.
Tell us why, Paul.
Well, actually, I was just talking. So I met with Becca, met with Caroline, met with Sabina, and a whole bunch of Michelle, Tracy, a whole bunch of people I met with. And what we did is we went through to see where the coaches have come from that have joined their team. And every single one of them said, how I approach that person is how they're in longevity now. So if you approach them for health, they're a client. But if I approach them for coaching, they became a coach. So the real difference is how you're approaching people. Now at Beachbody, we talk about Beachbody a lot. They say, come on, be a Beachbody coach. You want to be a Beachbody coach? Now, if they say no, you're like, oh, well, would you be interested in drinking this Shakeology or doing the Beachbody workouts, which means be a client.
Yes.
But they're never leading with client. They're leading with coach.
Correct.
So would you is there any part of you that's interested in finding out what becoming a health coach involves? Oh, no, I would never be a health coach. Okay, great. Do you have any interest in improving your health at all? Because it's rather important. Again, it's hard for people to say no to you twice. So having that as the safety net is the way to go. But leading with that 2-minute video, just be like, hey, if I sent you a link to the 2-minute video, just tell you what this health coaching course is about, would you watch it? If they say no, don't send the link. Super simple. But if they say yes, yeah, what is it about? I got 2 minutes. Everyone's got 2 minutes. They watch it. No, that video was horrible. I absolutely do not want to do that. Hey, all we ask for is an educated decision. Don't tell me you hate broccoli if you never ate broccoli. I want you to have some education and some experience. So if you watch the 2-minute video and you don't like it, totally fine. But people who watch that 2-minute video more than not will join because it's that good. You got to get that tool in front of them. So that's been a big challenge, is not having that tool, because you're never going to knock the tree down without an axe. And we have an axe now. Actually, we have a chainsaw now. And it's a 2-minute video. So we're going to be knocking a lot of trees down with that 2-minute video. The other thing that's been bothering me, and I'm calling it a challenge because I can't sleep on Tuesday nights. And that's because Team Tuesday, I have this bad feeling that out of the 1,000 or so health coaches that we have, that not everyone's attending a Team Tuesday. Now, I know there's some great groups out there that are doing that. We encourage you to continue to do that. But starting next week, Cheryl, while you're at the beach, we are going back to everyone coming to Tuesday. And what's going to happen is I'm going to talk about a change for a moment here. So we're going to change it from Team Tuesday to Mastermind Tuesday. So every week I actually meet with my group through the Tony Robbins program that I'm in with Date with Destiny. And it's called the Mastermind. So you come in, you share your celebrations, your challenges, and then everyone helps with some changes that you could make to overcome those challenges. So what we'll do is we'll start the call every Tuesday. If someone has a great celebration, we're going to take 5-6 celebrations real quick, go through so you can hear the great things that are happening here at the Institute. And then go through the challenges. So if anyone has a challenge that's bothering them, I'll be there to help you walk through that and fix it. But the other 100 people in the room and the hundreds of people that will be watching the recording are going to see all of that. And you're going to be like, oh, I have that same challenge that person has. So, you'll hear it. And even though you may not be asking or saying your challenge, I'm working with someone live here in Zoom to really identify what the challenge is, get down to the root cause of it. So we'll play. So someone wants to come out and play. I'll take five or six people. We'll play, and then we'll come up with changes they can make. And I'm sure everyone's going to learn a ton from Tuesdays.
Well, and here's the thing, Paul, if you don't think you have a challenge and you're not where you want to be, you have a challenge.
Yeah.
That's just the bottom line. But I think sometimes too, it's hard to figure out exactly what your challenge is, because it gets a little overwhelming when you're like, well, I have like a half a celebration and 25 challenges.
Well, my gift is to help define what the challenge is, Cheryl.
Well, right. And I love that. I love that they can come and hear what other people are having as their challenge. I bet it is, Paul.
Yeah. So it's, we all love each other. We're all coming in. We all want to grow. We're all obsessed with elevating. So that's what's going to happen on Tuesdays. The other thing that's been a disappointment, just to be honest with all of you, is the Elevate Your Health Facebook group. I've not seen growth in there happen the way I was expecting. I was really expecting about 2 million people in there by now, and there's 2,000. So we're missing some zeros. Now, Cheryl and I have not embraced that as much as we should. But we're also looking at some different ideas. So first of all, in case you didn't hear, we're moving the health and coaching course off of Facebook and into a back office. So all these recordings in there could go into some sort of back office or blog format also. So we're not actually using Elevate Your Health Facebook group. I see other companies booming with it. It just doesn't seem like our model, to be honest with everybody, the feedback and the vibe I'm getting from people. So I don't know where the future is of Elevate. We're not taking it down right now, but Elevate Your Health Facebook group it's been, in my book, a challenge. And the change for that is we are starting, or we're revamping the Elevate team page, which is now called the Elevate Tribe, because they both have 5 letters in it. So I put a link in there it's facebook.com/groups/Elevate Tribe. And we're going to be in there all the time doing Facebook Lives. And this is about elevating your whole life. So we're going to be talking about, the business too, elevating your finances, elevating your mindset, elevating your state, everything you can imagine that can be elevated. Cheryl and I will be talking about in that group. So it's a great place to bring in prospects, just somebody that's growth orientated. Anyone in life that wants to elevate something will get something out of this group. So it's not just health. Tuesdays will be health, but Mondays will be mindset. Wednesdays will be state. Like I said, every day is a different topic, so that we're elevating different things and adding value to people every single day. So Cheryl and I are 100% committed on putting millions of people into this group, and there's going to be a ton of energy in there. So you're more than welcome to not only join that group, but invite people to it, because it's the energy that creates all the momentum. So we got to be super, super focused on concentrating energy. And I made a huge mistake at the beginning of the year, creating all these different Elevate groups. So my energy has been so spread out over the 8 different groups that I can't do any of them good. So by taking all those 8 down and making one group and talking about 8 things in one group is absolutely a better idea. Because just sheerly because of the energy that you can put into one group and have a focus. So Elevate Tribe is where it's at. I'm not sure if elevatetribe.com is working yet, but it will be momentarily to take you straight to that Facebook page as well. And then we're also using the hashtag Elevate Tribe. So I've been using it for a while now, but that is our official hashtag. If you do anything in life that's elevating, something with your family, something with your kids, you're going to church on Sunday, if you're going to work out, if you're making phone calls, whatever it is that you're doing that is elevating your life, make a post about it and put the hashtag Elevate Tribe, because the goal here is to create a tribe of people that are obsessed with elevating, just making things go up in their life. So that's the challenges. The challenges were not having enough coaches on your team, the Team Tuesday, and then Elevate Your Health Facebook group. And then the changes are the 2-minute video. That's been released. The Mastermind Tuesday that's starting on this Tuesday at 3 p.m. That will be
Paul,
in.
There's only going to be one call on Tuesday now, just one. Okay,
Just one,
so
3 p.m.
3 p.m.
And that's in hCCCzoom.com.
Okay.
So all of them are in hCCCzoom.com. Becca reminded me that we should announce Team Challenge, which is an outstanding idea because Team Challenge is starting tomorrow. You can already register. Just go to promotions.youngevity.com. And we're doing teams of 3 this time, which is kind of cool. So, and one person's got to be a captain. So again, we're using that captain word here. So step up, be a captain, get a couple people do this with you. It's the most fun month of the year because you get to work together, and I love the Team Challenge, and I've seen volume just explode because of what? Teamwork. So Cheryl, 1 is too small of a number to create anything great.
Thank you for reminding me, Paul.
All right, Cheryl, we're going to go over the Power 5 now, which has been an amazing series we've been doing here on Thursdays. And we started week number 1 by talking about why build a business, part 1, and the top 10 values of the Institute.
Yeah. That's
so
exactly. That's
for those of you that want to see those values, you can click on that link there, and all the 10 values are listed there. And I thought it was a great call because I think we all came together and became more glued together. If we weren't solidified before, we were after that Zoom, because we all realized that every single one of us had the exact same values in the exact same order. And that's what makes a tribe. You know, it's when you have a whole group of people that freedom is their number 1 value, health, people, personal growth, attitude, goals, influence, self-discipline, inspiration, and sowing. You know, when you have those as being the values, your values and the Institute's values, when those 2 things line up, it's awesome. Then Cheryl, on the second part, it was the 4 things network marketing will do for you.
Oh my gosh, I love that one. I love seeing what, I think we know because we've been doing this a while, right? But it's always so cool to go back and visit what they are. So they're always exceed expectations, always get better every day, always live intentionally, and always stay positive.
Those are 4 good ones. And then we did Growth Matters, which was one of the 5. So the Power 5 is where we started this part. Because John was just talking about how much he loves network marketing in the first 2 videos. But Cheryl, Growth Matters part 1, it was about elevating yourself.
Right. So it has everything to do with you. Right. So first it's you. We talked about the 2 most important questions to ask yourself. We talked about the importance of, like you said, personal growth. And then something that I really loved is the 6 human needs, and just kind of thinking about where those fall for you, because they do fall in a certain order. And to be able to have clarity on how they fall for you, I think it's unbelievable to have that clarity.
It is. It really is. So that was a great lesson. And then the number 1 thing that Cheryl and I want to do is create a growth environment, which we've been doing here on Mondays and Thursdays, especially. It's the most important part of the whole thing. So if we're all in this together and we stick together, it doesn't even matter, honestly, how hard you're working your business at the moment. If you're in this growth environment here and continuing to come to these classes on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, I promise you that you'll continue to grow and that you will ultimately be mega successful. But it's all about growing. And I love the analogy, Cheryl, of the iceberg, where you can't see things under the water. And actually, even a better analogy was John Maxwell talking about melting an ice cube. So a lot of us, me and Cheryl included, we were at 25 degrees once, and then we did some personal growth and we got to 26 degrees and we got to 27 and we got to 28. Listen, nothing happens at 28 degrees. The ice cube does not melt. So we had to work our way up. But boy, once you get to 33, some magical things start happening. But it doesn't mean anything below 32 doesn't count. It does. You've been building up the whole time. You just can't see it yet. And it's all happens all the time. People are like, oh, they're an overnight success. Oh, really? It took me 20 years to get here. So it's never an overnight success. It looks like it because the ice cube starts melting because the temperature turned 33. But if you start at 20, it was a long road to get up to 33 to get that cube to start melting. But our goal here is to make it, 90 degrees out, right, Cheryl?
Yes, absolutely.
Turn the heat up. Also, I love Deb. One of Deb's favorite sayings, or the favorite sayings I got from Deb during the Sell and Recruit, is follow the heat.
Is what?
Follow the heat.
Oh yeah, follow the heat.
Who's doing well and work with them. Yeah.
My favorite is coming in hot.
Listen, coming in hot is my favorite too. So it's coming in hot. Yeah. All right. So then we have the growth environment. So practice adding value to people every day. Wow. Connecting matters.
Yeah. This is all about the connecting.
So good.
Yeah. I love that.
So, ultimately, if you want to build this health coaching business to a really high level where you're making that 6-7 digit income, it's going to take you adding value to other people. And in order to do that, you have to have some value inside of you to offer to other people. So that's where the personal growth comes in, and keeping growth as your number one need, and then making contribution your number two need, which is to always learn it and then share it, which is a blessing that we have these Thursday calls, Cheryl, because we get a chance to learn it and then a chance to contribute right afterwards. So it all works out great for you and me. Mm-hmm. Then we talked about the 7 motivators of people, which, oh my God, this was probably my favorite, because I'm so big on why. Why are we doing this? And then when he came up with those 7, of course, I had to add one more to make it 8 because we're Elevate. But they're so good, those 7. And, the more of those whys that you have, the better your business is going to be. And most people that I've talked to, they had all 8. I mean, all 8 of them were big whys for them, the biggest whys. So when we talk about, like, I want to get to 1 star or 2 star, whatever the result is, then there's the purpose, P. So RPM is, the purpose is P, and the purpose is why. Why do you want to get to 1 star? Why do you want to get to 5 star? And these are the 7 reasons, or the 8 reasons why listed there. So under Connecting Matters Part 2, I really recommend going back and revisiting that to always stay clear on why you are doing this. Because if you forget that, then there is no action, because you don't have anything, you don't have a reason to do this.
Right.
The next thing, Cheryl, mindset matters, which we've already known because we've been doing mindset matters every single Monday for months and months and months. But John mentioned as well that mindset matters. The greatest gap between successful and unsuccessful people is how they think, which is kind of interesting since we just did a daily dose call this morning on thoughts.
Yes.
How important are thoughts, Cheryl?
Well, they're everything.
They're truly everything.
Yeah, it has everything to do with everything else, your emotions, your actions, and the results that you get. It all starts with thoughts. And it's amazing that if we don't realize that, which that's something that I did not realize, then, and I'm so grateful now that I have clarity on that. But if you don't stop and think about the thoughts that you're thinking, then it can tailspin. It can really get to a place where you don't even realize it. But the whole point is you're not getting the results you want. That really is what happens, right? And sometimes it takes a little longer to figure that out. And we don't want to do that. We want to know thoughts are so important and then really pay attention to the thoughts that we're thinking.
Yeah, I think and I don't know why this was a big aha moment this morning for me. It shouldn't have been, but how bad it is for our emotions to drive our thoughts or our results to drive our thoughts. Those things should not be driving our thoughts. Our thoughts should be intentional. What are the thoughts I want to think? And I literally have a list of the thoughts I want to be thinking right now. So if I'm astray and I'm like going to Negativeville or something negative happened, I got to go back to my sheet where it says, these are my positive thoughts that I want to think. And most of them are just quotes that I've loved over the years. And I remember we were on Pinterest the other day, Cheryl, and it was like 400 of them that were great. So I have a complete board on Pinterest of just quotes, my favorite quotes.
Oh yeah.
And they're all great. They're just thoughts. A quote is a thought. So when I think about that, I'm like, wow, that's so powerful. It gets me back into a 10 state in 2 seconds. Yeah. So yeah, we can control 3 things in life, which is our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. But what controls our emotions and actions are thoughts. So ultimately, it's controlling your thoughts is everything. Because you control your thoughts, you can control everything else.
Right.
Super good.
Yeah. Mindset Matters Part 2. And I love this because it's all about what we choose, right? So, and we have to choose these things that are so important. So for instance, the things that we're choosing is to be realistic, right? Just to gain clarity on where you're at and where you want to go. Because I mean, if we don't know the result we want, then obviously we're never going to get there. We chose to be coachable, to be persistent and consistent, which is an amazing one. Those 2 things, super important. But yeah, I really think I'm very persistent, especially if I know what my result is. But the consistency part, I love that John talked about. You cannot do great big things every once in a while. You have to do small things every single day, right? And we know that. So I love learning more about that and just getting like more clear on that.
Yeah, it was a great lesson. The next one though was the big one. It was the 3 things you need to do in order to effectively lead yourself. That changed my life, that lesson.
Yeah. And that you have to lead yourself before you lead anyone else.
Without looking, Cheryl.
Oh, no.
What are the 3 things?
Wait, what are the 3 things that we have to do to lead ourselves? Let's see.
Let's see you clicking.
Workout. No, I know. I'm not looking. You know I'm not, because I just came up with workout. Listen, that's why these things are written down for me.
This would be one of those things you'd memorize. If there's anything from this program to memorize, it's these 3 things.
I'm glad that you brought that up, Paul, because I'm going to be thinking that I can memorize, because that is a very big problem for me. That would be the biggest challenge in my life, when someone tells me to memorize something.
Well, because you have a subconscious belief that I can't memorize things, which is ridiculous.
Listen, it's not time for Cheryl's coaching class today.
You know, it's just a lifetime.
Oh, God.
An ongoing lifetime job of mine. So there is no start and stop to that there.
Oh, well, Paul, why don't you tell us what they are?
Well, number 1 is live intentionally.
Yes, it is.
Which is very odd that you wouldn't know that, because you love to live intentionally.
Listen, I really do.
This is number 2, though. Number 2, you do excel at, though.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Which is exceed expectations. Cheryl doesn't just deliver, she over delivers. You're supposed to do 10 push-ups. How many do you do, Cheryl?
20.
20. See what I mean?
That is true. I do over exceed, and
Yeah.
I do think it's a good idea.
You go over and beyond, Cheryl, is
Well,
what you do.
Okay. And the next one is the one I just said that I have a hard time with. At
Now,
least
the
I have
problem
one
with that
out of the
is you're not
three.
doing it consistently.
At least I have one out of the three. Uh-huh.
That third one is so important. You got to be consistent. And that is, you know, and I work with so many people with weight loss and growing their business. And there's just no analogy in the world better than that airplane taking off. So whether you're trying to lose weight or build a business or do anything in life, right now that plane is parked, just sitting there. To get that big hunk of metal off the ground and flying in the air, you can't put the throttle down at 95%.
Right.
And expect it to take off. It won't take off. You know, a lot of us, I feel like a lot of people are doing 60% or 70% or 80%, you know, and they're feeling like, wow. And they're just wondering why their plane's not off the ground. Success loves speed. So you can take this next 90 days before 2022 gets here and put that throttle at 100. So I'm going to go for 90 days. And this is how Cheryl and I live our lives. We go super hard for 90 days, take a week off or two. Or three in Cheryl's case.
Yeah. I always push for more.
I think, Cheryl, are you on vacation the entire month of October, or is there any kind of time you'll be working?
No, I'm only on vacation for 1 week.
Oh, and then you go on vacation for 2 more weeks at the end of October.
Well, that is true.
So Cheryl likes to work very hard for short bursts and then take a break. The key is to work super hard during those short bursts that you're doing that sprint, because that's where all the success happens.
Yeah.
So then there's the 4 L's of leadership.
Yes.
The 5 levels of leadership. And then the significance matters part 2 was the one we did last week, which is 1 is too small of a number to achieve greatness. So the whole key to this working is the teamwork. More specifically than teamwork is your inner circle. So that's your team, those inner circle 12 people. You are all on a mission right now to find 12 unbelievable people to be on your team. People that land up being better than you are. Because if I'm as good as we get in this world, or Cheryl's as good as we get in this world, we're all in big trouble. So we need to not only raise leaders, but have leaders excel. And that's how we look so great, is because of the inner circle. Cheryl's inner circle is really good.
Hey, I have no problem looking for people better than me. I want them all to be better than me, and I will congratulate them and clap.
Cheryl has embraced this concept.
Them.
Yeah.
And hey, I have it all figured out.
We know you do. So we're all trying to learn from you. That's
you
why
you always look for people better than yourself. Oh my gosh, absolutely.
All right, awesome. Well, we want to hear from you.
I'm gonna say one more thing.
Okay.
It's the same way that I think you should live life all around, right? So in any sport, or I'll just take tennis because that's what I play. So I have a choice. I can go to a class. It's called a boot camp, tennis boot camp, and I can be in a class with everybody that's the same as me, and I can relax. And I'm super comfortable. And it is the most fantastic thing ever. Or I can play at a level that's higher than mine. And these girls are no joke. And they are dead serious, and there's no laughing, and there's no nothing, right? And so I said, so it took me a minute to get the courage to go play with them. But then finally the coach let me do it. He said, "You're going to be the worst one by far, but you have a couple of really good things going for you. One is you're fast. And the other one is that you want to win no matter what. You'll do whatever it takes to win. So I said, okay. So I went to the class. You guys, oh my gosh, seriously, it's the hardest thing I've ever done. But guess what? I rose up to where they were and I could play with them. So I'm just saying that if you stay where you're at and you only have people that are less, that are, have like, I'm talking about a leadership lid, are less than you or at your same level, there will be no rising up. It will not happen. And that's what John said. He said he goes for the biggest and best people for his inner circle, right? And that he took, and that he just said, hey, I am here to serve you. And he served all of them for 1 year, right? With wanting nothing in return. So I would just urge you to, I know it's hard. It is hard to play with or look for the people that you know are better than you, but there will be something that they find in you and a reason why they want to join you. And then you will be able to raise up to their level, which I think is the most important thing in life. It is for me anyway.
Yeah. So let me get this straight, Cheryl. So I want to make sure I'm following the story correctly. So what you're saying is that you excel when you're in an environment that puts a lot of pressure on you.
It's the only way.
Okay.
That doesn't mean you need to pressure.
We got that on recording. So we're good now.
You're doing.
All of a sudden, it's 4 o'clock tomorrow morning now.
Oh.
Thing just got harder.
Not only that, as Paul, you know, I like the adrenaline rush of having to have something done and waiting until, midnight 30 to do it. Right. I mean, but I figured that out about myself, is that I like the adrenaline rush.
Yeah. The sheer fact that you know that term is what is scaring me.
Hey, I just figured that out and it's not good. It's not good. Just like I was rushing to make sure that I was on the call this morning.
Yeah.
It was the craziest thing, but I like the way that makes me feel, which, you guys, I'm not saying that's good. I'm saying it's super important.
You're good under pressure though.
Yeah, but I think it's super important for each of us to learn and get clarity on how we act and why we act and, and what we need to do to become more successful.
Just apply more pressure to you at all times.
Well, let's not get crazy. My gosh, I should have never said that. But in order to rise up, I think for everybody, to get to a higher level, your 12 need to be better.
Yeah.
Better than you.
Just as good, if not better. Yep. All right. Let's take the last 10 minutes and see if anybody else has anything they may have gotten out of the Power 5 or anything that they want to mention about a celebration they have in the third quarter or a challenge they've had or anything that we went over today about changing the calls or Facebook groups, anything. Like I made an announcement, there's a few VIP tickets still available for the Escape the Ordinary event, which is November 5th and 6th. Just make sure you don't sell Cheryl's ticket and my ticket. There, Becca.
Becca has her hand up. Hi, Becca.
Hi, I do have my hand up. So I absolutely love the Monday mindset, the power of 5, and really focusing on growing myself. And when doing that, that makes me a better leader for my team. And I just have to do a huge shout out to my team. This month, I have not been at par, but they have carried through. They can survive without me, and I absolutely love that. And thank you. Thank you, everybody, for just stepping up and doing your part.
That is a fantastic feeling. So it comes from great leadership, though, Becca. So congratulations on building an amazing team.
Well, I think I've learned from the best. So I'm just
John is very good.
Doing my part.
Cheryl is the one that is unbelievable. All right, we have to go to Douglas now.
Hi, Douglas.
Hello. I like the fact that you're going to have one big group. Trying to follow you guys was very difficult for me. I don't know about for other people, but I didn't know when you were on this or when you was how to catch you on Facebook, or if to go over to the Zoom. Sometimes we go to the Zoom.
Listen, Douglas, we want to keep you
there.
guessing here. We don't want just making things easy for you, you know.
Elevate,
well, believe
Douglas.
me, you kept me guessing.
Okay, cool. Well, we didn't mean to, but we are going to make things super simple. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, HCCCzoom.com, 3 o'clock Eastern time.
Eastern.
Okay. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Douglas. Let's go to Caroline,
Hi.
the third quarter superstar here.
Third quarter was pretty fabulous. I can't even pretend that it was
What day are you on now, the 75 hard?
Oh, we are down to 9 days left.
So that is 64?
66? No, 66.
Okay.
That's math. Yeah, 66.
66.
Yeah. So
just everyone, I just want to hear a quick comment. If you could type in the comments. What is the chances of of Caroline hitting, I got Becca's message just now. What's the chance of Caroline hitting 75?
75 hard. What is the chance of her doing it with 9 days left? She's already done 66 days. Paul, we should do something like 75 hard. That would be so much fun.
We should do something.
The 100% chance that she's going to do the rest and make it to 75. And it's been great watching her progress, posting on Facebook every day, and to see the effect it has to build off of yesterday. And then there comes a point, I don't know what day it is, but there comes a day on that 75 that it's easier to do it than not do it.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, it's way easier to not do it.
Right. Yeah.
But as it goes on, the pain of not doing it now is so great, especially at day 66. There ain't no way you're not doing day 67.
Absolutely not.
And that's the power of consistency. So when we talk about the 3 ways to lead yourself, it's to be intentional, which 75 hard, Caroline has been mega intentional. She knows exactly what she's going to do every day. She hasn't just done it, but she's exceeded expectations, which is number 2. And then number 3, she has been as consistent as you can possibly be. So when you tie those 3 things together and see the power of consistency, what it does, it literally makes you unstoppable, which she is now, because there's no way she's not going to hit 75 now. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd want to say though, for 3 months to do something it feels really stinking good. So to know that there's still 3 more months in the year, and I'm pretty sure that I really have a good, fantastic strategy and system and plan and clarity and all of the greatness that came from these last 3 months, that the 4th quarter is going to be out of this world. So, but that goes back to these amazing calls and the leadership of you and Cheryl, that being able to say, hey, we've had some celebrations, but we've had these challenges, and making those changes. That 2-minute video is rock solid, and just great job to you guys for your leadership. And we appreciate all of that so that we can all go together.
Yay, those so great. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. But it's we talk about significance matters, and Cheryl and I feel so significant because we were at the beach literally a year ago. And again, Carol, I can say this now to Caroline, and she's cool with me saying it. She was a hot mess. She had all kinds of excuses and things, diseases that made her eat carbohydrates and all kinds of things that were going on.
That is my favorite thing of all time ever. I'm like, I need a doctor to tell me that. You got a lot of problems. You need to eat more carbs. Yes, please.
She said it with a straight face too. Like she was really serious. That
hey, she had the name of it. She had the name
yeah. It was
some genetic problem.
It was the best moment ever. There's no question about that. But to see the transformation happen over a year. So, you know, and maybe, you know, and what's happened is that, you know, you've gone up in temperature and now you can see you're at the 33 and that the ice cube's melting and that we're just all going to, you know, have a front row seat to the unleashing of Caroline here. Fourth quarter. Super exciting. Congratulations again on all your success. You've been an inspiration to all of us. Congratulations on completing the 75 hard. And we look forward to, to seeing what's going on with you in the fourth quarter. Is there any big goals that you have or targets that you have for New Year's Eve?
4-star.
Love that. That only means one thing for 2022.
Yeah, by May. That's
5-star.
the plan. 5-star, ASAP.
Super great. Super great. Thank you. Cheryl, do you have anything you want to say to end this call?
Make sure you're picking your 3 things that you're not going to do and 3 things you are going to start doing. And then stick to them. Cheryl. I'm talking to myself because mine was wake up at 5 a.m. Ugh, but I will.
Oh, we know you will.
Oh, I know I will starting tomorrow. But it's the same for everyone. You guys pick 3 things that you want to do and 3 things you want to stop doing. And then let's stick to them together as a tribe.
Awesome. All right. We'll see everybody at Mindset Monday. And then we'll have the Mastermind Tuesday on Tuesday. So that'll be fantastic. But between now and then, have a wonderful weekend.
Yes.
Cheryl, I know you got a big event with Dr. Wallach and Jonathan this weekend.
Yeah, I think Dr. Wallach's going to be there. I'm not positive though. I don't know if he can fly yet. But I know I'm going to be there in Chicago.
And this is at the Health
Freedom Expo.
Health Freedom Expo. So,
yep. And
Cheryl's going to be working a booth there.
I am.
So make sure you take some pictures of you working at a booth. Cause I mean, it's been like, what? 30 years.
It's been a minute, Paul. We don't need to say how many years.
It's 20 years since you've worked at a booth. So.
Oh my gosh, hasn't been that long. Yeah. And it's not even a booth for longevity. It's Jonathan's booth. Yeah.
Well, you'll be shaking hands and kissing babies. So you'll be meeting a lot of people.
I will. And the whole idea of his booth is how to beat socialism. So it is going to be interesting.
Yes. So make sure you take some pictures.
I will.
Looking forward to seeing those. All right, everybody, have a great weekend.
Bye.
Awesome job. And we will see you on Monday.
See you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
thank you.
Thank you both.
You're welcome. Thanks, everyone.